In this video, we will show you how to replace your rear shock assembly on this Nissan Altima. This is part of your rear suspension located inside of the rear wheel well. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. Safely raise and support the rear of the vehicle so the wheel's off the ground. Once you've done that, we'll continue on to removing all 5 of our 21mm lug nuts and then the wheel. If you have a hubcap, go ahead and remove that first. Take hold of it and give it a gentle tug away. Now that we have the wheel off, let's have a look down along the bottom of the rear shock. You'll find you have your ABS sensor wire making its way down under this area. To be able to protect this, we're going to remove our 10mm headed bolt and this bracket. At that point, we'll have plenty of slack and we can continue up to this mounting bolt. Inspect the mounting hardware as you remove it, replace it as necessary. The next thing we'll have to do is apply some support underneath the rear control arm. We're just going to lift this up a little bit. Use an 18mm to remove this bolt. With the bottom broken free, we'll make our way up to the top mounting point. You're going to find that you have two 13mm headed mounting nuts holding this in place. One's up along the rear side here and one's up along the front of this. Now we can remove the rear shock from the vehicle. Let's get this over to the bench. Over on the bench, we can continue on to removing the mount from the rear shock. We'll remove the protective boot, give it a quick squeeze, make sure it's soft and pliable. When we go to loosen this 16mm nut, you will also have to use a 1/4-inch wrench to hold the shaft of the shock itself from spinning. I'm going to use a ratchet wrench for this. Continue taking this apart. This boot off of here. And there it is, friend. Now that we have it apart, we'll just go ahead and separate this area as well, because we will be reusing this piece. We can set this aside. All right, let's go ahead and charge our brand new rear shock. What I mean by that is we're going to have to take this, put it on the floor in between our feet so it can't slide around. Make your way up along the top here. We're going to compress this down as far as possible. Remove our strap. Let it decompress all the way to the fully upright position. Once it's done that, we're going to press it all the way down and let it come back up. Repeat this process approximately 3 to 5 times. All right, let's prepare our brand new shock for installation. We'll take this and we'll put the boot right across the top there. That should have the jounce bumper located in the center of it. Just slide it right through the center hole. We'll continue on with this cup. Slide that right on over the top there. We'll take this and slide it in position with this area facing up. This will slide inside the center of this bushing. Slide it right over the shaft, down into the center. If you need to, you could use a little bit of lubricant. It should slide in though. Let's get this on here. these two pieces. Slide that down on there. The locking nut does have a neoprene locker on the inside there. We want that facing up and away from the threaded area. We'll use our 16mm ratcheting wrench again and our 1/4 inch. Let's go ahead and tighten up this nut. Okay, right there is where it bottomed out. Let's just make sure this is nice and snug. Let's put on our protective boot, and we can get back over to the vehicle. Let's clean up the mounting area here. We'll give it a quick inspection and make sure there's no rot. Let's get that shock assembly inside the vehicle. We're going to have to align our mounting points here. We'll just slide that mount over each one of the studs. Once you have it up on there on both of the studs, we'll continue on with our mounting nuts. Just go ahead and start them on there. We'll bottom them out and then torque them to manufacturer's specification. Now we'll bottom these out and then torque them to 18 foot-pounds. Now it's time to pay attention to the lower shock. You'll find that one side has just a smooth hole. The other side has the threaded portion. The threaded portion will face towards the front of the vehicle. You can go ahead and spin this as needed. We'll take this and bring it over the bolt hole. At this point, you may have to either raise the lower control arm or pull down on the rear shock to get this aligned properly. We'll start in that mounting bolt. If you're reusing your original mounting bolt, it's always a good idea to use some blue thread locker. Go ahead and start that in, bottom it out, and torque it to 81 foot-pounds. Let's move along to the ABS bracket. Line it up, put in your mounting bolt, make sure it's snug. Remove pressure from under your lower control arm. Let's continue on to reinstalling the wheel. Start on all 5 of your 21mm lug nuts. We'll bottom these out, get the wheel safely back down on the ground, and then torque them to 83 foot-pounds. With the wheel safely back down on the ground, let's torque these in a crisscross manner. Torqued. When installing your hubcap, you want to pay attention to this area. That's the spot that your valve stem needs to sit. We'll get this aligned and drive it into place. Okay, friend, we showed you how to install the rear shock on your vehicle. The process for one side of the vehicle is the exact same thing as the other, and whenever you do these, it's recommended to do them as a pair. Once you've completed that, safely make your way down to your local alignment shop. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.